The Steel City is ready, and Acrisure Stadium here in Pittsburgh. Tonight, a good one coming your way in the AFC. It's the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2026 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. Off we go from Pittsburgh. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby. Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Kirk is the motion man. On play action, Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. Nothing for a run after catch on that one. Out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. A 19-yard pickup there. First down for Houston.
And the Texans, first down. A gain of 19 yards.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
The defense decides to come with a blitz here on 3rd down, and it's a little feast or famine. You're counting on getting home and getting to the quarterback. But give credit to the offensive line. Not only do they protect, they buy enough time for the quarterback to escape the pocket, turns himself into a runner, picks up the first down.
Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And this tackle there, he pushes forward, and will give him 4 yards.
By Alex Highsmith. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Stroud. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jaden Higgins, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is 1st and goal.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Marks. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. To throw is Stroud. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's in. Woody Marks. Touchdown, Houston. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Texans will take a 7-0 lead.
Steelers nothing.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Rodgers. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Danielle Hunter gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is You have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Texans offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Stroud going to tuck this one on his own read. Oh, the ball's out. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And, Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Steelers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter.
Chris Boswell.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Here's Traymon Smith on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Kirk is the motion man. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
20-yard pickup there. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
Really nice
48-yard
job
line.
there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Down the sideline, past the 40. And he will be out of bounds right around the 35. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Here's Stroud. In the middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain of 11 on that one. First down for Houston.
Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
On the ground, it's Marks. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Once again, it's Marks. And he's in! Woody Marks. Touchdown, Texans. He has a touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Texans will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Steelers 7.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
The Steelers first down. First and 10
Well, that's how you get a drive
47-yard
started.
line.
A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
And he finds his tight end fire move. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. Metcalf, left side, he's got it. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Third and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Again, it's Rodgers. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up second down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
They'll set up the screen to gain ground. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
He'll get that to Jalen Lawrence. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up fourth down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. They'll start on the ground, and this is Marks. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 9. Stroud to throw. The second down throw is incomplete. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third down and 9. Now, Stroud. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. And now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
So, on fourth down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Calvin Austin, deep for the Steelers. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Steelers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Austin brought in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 36 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a truck play.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Steeler first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage is excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
On the handoff, this is Waller. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
At the 4-yard line. A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. Rodgers now in trouble, and down he goes.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
So we are through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Texans who have the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This is about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers are back within a point. It's 14-13.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Texans offense and their running back, Woody Marks, heading back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Marks to open the drive. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. On the zone read, a give to Marks. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Keanu Benton there for the stop. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 8. He'll go again with Marks. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop.
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Now Stroud. Oh, a loose football. I believe the Texans got this one back. They did. And they will keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here's Tommy Townsend now. He's on for the 2nd time. We'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play action now with Rodgers. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of
That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 33 yards.
First down.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Kalen Bullock there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard.
Is this real?
Second and 9 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 9. Rodgers. That's complete to Metcalf. And he'll get about 3 here on 2nd down before he's out of bounds.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third and 5. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A-Rod out of the gun here on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. They get 12 yards on that pass. That's a Steeler first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
3rd downs,
line.
Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And they'll get about 4 out of this one. Run after the catch. Hard to come by down here. Here comes 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Throwing Rodgers. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, E.J. Speed. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
On the give, it's Marks. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 6-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Out to his right. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And he's taken down up past the 35.
It's a gain of 32 yards.
A big play after being backed up. 32 yards.
It's a gain of 32. And the Texans first down.
And they decide to bring pressure here on third down, but he does a really nice job. Remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
First down, Houston.
1st and 10. Carry now for Marks. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, here's Stroud. The ball comes out. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Steelers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's to the big tight end, Fryermuth. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards.
It's a pretty simple read. It's man coverage. They run a little interference on the inside, and that makes it hard for the defender to stick with their man, and it leads to an easy pitch and catch.
2nd and inches. Here's Warren. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the 1st down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On play action, Rodgers. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for a Steeler 1st down. On the carry, this is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down and 3. Now Gainwell. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
It's 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rodgers. And the rush gets home. Oh, he'll go down. They got him. Daniil Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This from 30 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers are going to move out in front.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's a handoff to Marks. He looks forward for maybe a yard. There to make the stop, the All-Pro T.J. Watt.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Stroud. Open man. Downfield. It's Nico Collins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 30.
It is a big-time play for Houston. And even 30 yards.
10 at the 43-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
At the 31-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Handoff here, and it's Marks. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Here's Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. And the Texans are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
And the Texans first down. First and goal, Houston.
Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second, as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. Stroud going to set up to throw. A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to third and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 4th down and goal.
Fourth down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. This about as short as you can get. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. In the shotgun, it's A-Rock. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
It's a gain of 11.
Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Check this down to Gainwell out of the backfield. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A 62-yard attempt.
This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they will remain down by 1.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Jamie Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This a yard short of the record from 65 yards out. And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. So it is a 1-point game here at the half as we check in with Scott Hanson for our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A 1-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Steelers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. He'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. A run with Gainwell. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down, they need 5. Rodgers. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. 17 yards on that play. Good for a Steeler first down.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They'll run the draw with Warren. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of a yard.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They try to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Here's Rodgers. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's 3rd down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Rodgers now. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Texans offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. An inside give to Marks. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down for Houston.
A gain of 19 yards.
I love this call. My defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy 1st down. Really well done.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
A loss of 6 yards.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Stroud. This one complete to Higgins. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Number 81, Jaden Higgins. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 9.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That's to the tight end, Stover. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Once again, it's Chubb. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
From the gun, here's Stroud. Off-balance throw. It's complete. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
14 yards. That's another Texans first down. A gain of 14. First down, Houston.
This is the age-old dilemma that defensive coordinators go back and forth on. Is the best pass defense to send more big bodies at the quarterback and get the ball out of his hand? Or is it to really pack your back end, Mike, with more defensive backs and more guys that can guard space? In this case, they got a lot of defensive backs on the field. Quarterback has a lot of time to find the open zone and leads to a big play. Really nice coverage there defensively. And here you find yourself in a one-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away. Snap it again.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw. He'll find his big target, the tight end Stover. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Now it's the veteran, Dario Ogunbowale. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. He's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Fairbairn's kick is good. Now a stoppage for an injured Texan. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Rodgers. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Rodgers. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
On the handoff, this is Warren. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Steelers 1st down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for. The ability to read and then react on this run. That was the key to this play here, Mike, for the linebacker. He's the run-through player, but when you hit it as fast as he does, the offensive linemen have no chance of getting off their combination blocks to account for you. You get through with speed in the backfield, and you take them down for a loss.
Metcalf, left side, he's got it. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Time for the deep shot, looking for Thielen. He's got it! And he's going to take it into the end zone. It's a touchdown. There is a penalty marker down, but it looks like this one's going to hold up.
Pass interference. Defense.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3.
Texans 20.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Chubb. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? To throw is Stroud. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a 1st down.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And we'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll get that into the hands of Nick Chubb. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
On the handoff, this is Chubb. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
That's another Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. They'll try to set up the screen here. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And they continue to churn out 1st downs. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard and pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They'll go play action with Stroud. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Every possession is so critical in these close games. The one thing you can't have here is a turnover. Really nice job making sure that ball is uncatchable and Just line up and snap it again.
On second down, Stroud. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. That is T.J. Watt in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Now, Stroud. And that is incomplete. He was trying to connect with his tight end, Dalton Schultz. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Johnson now to return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29. Here's 2nd down and 3. A run out of the gun with Warren. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a 1st down.
Gain of 3 yards.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the 1st down.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers will set up the screen to Gainwell. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Warren. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try to sneak it here. They'll mark them down there at the 33, but that is good enough. A run gives them a 1st down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Rodgers on first down. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
That's good for us.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Now a give to Warren, running right. And the Steelers are going to have it first and goal. He'll take this down to about the 3.
14 yards.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Rodgers now. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
He'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal. Rodgers. That is caught. And he's close to the goal line but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's third and goal.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board?
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown Steelers. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will go up by 7.
Steelers 30, Texans 23.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here's Smith to return it, and he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground is Ogunbowale. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. A run up the middle with Chubb. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
5-yard gain on the play.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. There's that man again, another catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. On play action, Stroud. That's to the tight end, Stover. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Alex Highsmith in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
In this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That is caught, finding Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
21 yards.
A gain there of 21. It's good for a Texans first down.
Gain of 21 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
At the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 4. Stroud going to set up to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get them here again.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Stroud. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Houston. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter. And now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. And we got a stoppage for an injury. Oh, that is T.J. Watt, who is in some discomfort. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Johnson now to return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Complete. Metcalf with the grab. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Gain of 12 yards.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And that will lead to a second down. Looking to throw. It's over on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And that was very nearly a disaster at this juncture of the game. But fortunately, a teammate able to cradle it, and they keep possession.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is third down. Rodgers to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
That's good for us.
They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
At the 25-yard line.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down? All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On third down, Rodgers. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
A 42-yard attempt.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. They move out front and take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. Safe kick taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Now it is C.J. Stroud and the Texans down by a field goal. 2:19 to go. Plenty of time here. 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they begin 1st and 10. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. That's out wide for Chubb. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here comes 2nd down. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
Gain of 8. And the Texans 1st down. An 8-yard pickup.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Chubb.
Stroud's pass. Complete to Nick Chubb. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Stroud. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And 3rd down coming up.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. The Steelers offense back onto the field for their next possession. And this game is not a done deal just yet. Still have 3 timeouts to the defense. Now, if there's 1 first down, it seals the deal. But there is still a chance for the defense to get the ball back. Here's a handoff to Wallace. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Rodgers. And he let him a bit too much. Pass is incomplete. Jalen Warren was the man he was trying to connect with. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
This one is hooking, and he missed it. No good, wide to the left. And this lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The Texans offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. This is 1st and 10. Now it's Chubb. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Stroud. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
Stroud connects with Collins, and it's a 1st down for Houston. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here, and they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
At the 32-yard line.
Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big 1st down. To throw, it's Stroud. That's caught right side, the tight end Schultz.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Here we go. One final play. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.
raised fist.